It's kind of fun.
Okay.
All right, and we're live, guys.
We're live.
Here we go.
Excellent.
Hello, everyone. I'm Paul Wharton here with the fabulous Dr. Ruff.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. And this young lady here, who looks about 20 years younger.
Oh my God.
Already.
Sarah Fraser is undergoing a dermaplaning
I've had
treatment.
more work done since I met Paul. Since Paul and I have become friends. This is like
It's a dangerous, dangerous association.
You know,
dangerous.
I mean, you are working on yourself.
Paul, be honest.
Yes.
How do I look compared to when we first met?
Let me tell you something. I was worried those first couple of days. I used to have to leave you and then go to lunch. You said, "Where'd you go?" "Girl, I had a good time last night." "You didn't say where you were going." "Well, I didn't think you'd have fun."
Oh, you weren't
No,
inviting
I'm just
me?
kidding. Of course, of course.
Okay, Dr. Ruff, we're
Yes.
obsessed with you.
And me with you all.
All right, so what are we doing? This I'm really excited about. This requires like just no numbing.
Mm-hmm.
No numbing. This is like the treatment from Cleopatra times. This has
Really?
been around for a long, long, long time. It's just never given its due. It is dermaplaning. It's great for taking off that little layer of fine hair, those little surface irregularities. You know, men kind of get it with shaving, but it's not quite the same. This is really precise.
Okay, so we hear about this. We talk about this. This isn't really like shaving your face trend, though.
No,
so
no.
how is it different?
It's much finer. It's far more precise. It's a finer blade. It's a single blade rather than like the 3, 5, whatever, however many blades a lot of those different razor systems have on them. And this is a much more precise blade.
Okay, so Paul and I were talking about this. How often are you supposed to do this?
Renee, what do you think? Once a month?
Once a month.
Yeah.
And would you do this instead of microdermabrasion?
Yes, they kind of do different things. That's really sanding.
Oh, okay.
This is taking off that surface layer, where the fine hair is. It's great before a big event. If you want that makeup to look spectacular,
Ooh.
you do it the day before, and then your makeup applications can be flawless.
And it helps your skin kind of receive some of those products that we use, right? Like
Absolutely.
the actives. Yeah.
Absolutely. So like Cleopatra, in that era they would do this and then put themselves into their lactic acid baths, and it would just completely refresh the skin
Great.
surface.
Oh my God,
That's
yeah, that
next.
does sound amazing.
I'm bringing that back.
Yes.
First
Bring it
this,
back.
then lactic acid baths. That sounds really good.
Okay, how long does this treatment start to finish for people?
Renee?
About 45 minutes.
Ooh, okay.
You just have to make sure all the makeup is off, the skin is clean, and then from start to finish, it's about 45 minutes. Mm-hmm.
All right, and now we totally trust you, and everything you say is true. It's totally pain-free. So is this completely pain-free, by the way?
You will love this.
Really?
You will
Okay.
love it. People kind of get into this Zen mode.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, can you talk through this? Because I like to yak. Or are you not supposed to yak?
Well, so
Renee?
there are places where Renee's going to want you to be a little bit more
Exactly,
quiet,
Okay.
like
Oh my
around the
God.
mouth and things like
Get
that.
on the upper lip, a little bit around the nose area. Well, we
I
have
think
a
this
little
is
nooks
great
and
for Sarah
crannies.
because she's a little hairy. So you know what I'm saying?
Okay, Renee, we want you to show some of the hair, but Renee, if I start to get like a ton of hair removal, okay.
Not like an alpaca.
Oh my God. All right.
Is it starting?
We're starting.
Really?
Yeah, and you can start to see already.
Oh my gosh. Paul, is it a lot of hair?
No, it's skin. It's a little hair.
Really?
Little hair, it's a little skin.
It's a little discoloration too coming off.
Yes,
You know,
Oh, what's that mean?
sun damage. It looks like a little sun damage
Oh, is
coming
it?
off. It does. Is that?
That's
does it
exactly
do that?
right.
The top layer of sun
Really?
damage?
Well, so if you think about all your
Oh,
pores, they're
God.
kind of like little tiny volcanoes. As we take off that surface layer around the apex of the volcano, it actually smooths things out. So it does help diminish pores to a certain extent. And kind of like Paul said, because you're taking away a lot of that surface irregularity, that barrier to penetration, serums and things like that you typically use on your face, far more effective. They penetrate better. Even sometimes hydration, like Filarina, which is one of the products that we use. It's a hyaluronic acid product. It actually penetrates better, so it really plumps up the skin a bit.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm loving
you
all
can see
this.
a little bit of the peach fuzz coming on.
Mhm.
Okay.
And
Paul, is it just a little?
It's like you seen those
So we
Western
could
movies
just hold it in your
where the
With
brush
tumbleweed.
comes across the road,
Tumbleweed.
Tumbleweed.
and you got to pull the car over. It's kind of like that.
Just tumbleweeds going across
So
your
how's it
cheek.
feel? How's it feel?
If, like you said, I mean, it just feels like I'm trying to think of what to describe it. It doesn't hurt at all. And you're right, it's just almost like a little brush for your face.
That's just what it
if
feels
Andrea
like.
she can actually show what Renee's doing. Renee's under a very high powerful magnifier, which gives her a tremendous amount of precision, which I think is a little bit unique. Renee, this is her thing, which makes Renee's ability to treat skin far more precise than somebody who's just kind of doing it.
You see that through there? What Renee's seeing?
I think it's possible. No, we're just looking over.
We're just looking at the top of Renee. Renee, you have nice hair.
Well, thank you.
But you get the perspective, see what the magnifier
So,
does.
how much should people be exfoliating at home? I know for someone like me, maybe I over exfoliate, but I don't do it I do it pretty gently, and I use my Clarisonic brush.
Yeah.
So I exfoliate probably twice a week.
Yeah, and everybody's skin type varies a little bit. I mean, people who over exfoliate, they can actually stimulate more oil production, acne, and things like that. I exfoliate every day.
Okay.
I mean, I have Italian kind of sebaceous skin that reflects well with that. There is a little bit of a testing to try and figure out what works for an individual. 2 times a week, 3 times a week, 5 times a week, 7 times a week. You just kind of got to figure that out a little bit, based on a little bit of experimentation.
So if you have acne, is this something that you can do with the dermaplaning? Is that good for people with acne, or is that kind of difficult for people with acne?
Anybody with active acne is not really possible.
Right. Okay.
But people who have a little bit of quiet acne every once in a while, a mild breakout every once in a while, as long as there's not an active cystic thing going on, then yeah, absolutely, this is something that can be done once a month, once every 6 weeks.
Anya's asking, Anya, does this replace waxing? And someone else, what exactly is Sarah doing? So let's just reiterate.
Oh, it's dermaplaning treatment.
And no, it does not replace waxing. This really just gets the little vellus hair and the surface layer of skin irregularities. That's all it really does. Waxing obviously takes hair out at the follicle level.
So we were talking earlier about we're all seeing those charcoal masks that everyone is using, and then you rip it off and a Ford Escort comes out of the person's pore. So I mean, do those really work, and can that take the place of something like dermaplaning, or what do you think?
Yeah, that's not always going to get all the vellus hair and things like that off. This is what really takes care of those little issues. It does pull out stuff from pores.
Right.
I mean, it does clean certain levels. I mean, charcoal is one of those it's really not an antioxidant. It's a filtration system.
Okay.
It neutralizes certain things. It can neutralize some pH irregularities on the skin surface. Once again, not something you want to do on a daily basis.
So Kim is asking me, how much does it cost?
So these cost about $100 to $150 a treatment somewhere, if you look around the area. Ours are $150 a treatment.
Well, of course you just want to come here where we come.
Yeah, of course. I'm just trying to give everybody...
West End Plastic Surgery, no options, just come here.
And we do have, I think we do have introductory specials right now, right, Renee?
Yes, we do.
So I think the first treatment is it complimentary?
$50.
$50.
Off.
Oh,
$50 off.
fantastic.
Yeah,
So you can start fresh and then go from there.
Yep.
So once someone does the dermaplaning treatment, doctor, what do you think their regimen should be in terms of daily cleansing? Cleansing, exfoliating, toning, what's your thing?
That's where I have my trusted esthetician and nurse practitioner who go through everybody's skin types, goes through the products, and comes up with a regimen. Like anything, our faces and our skin goes through ups and downs. There are any number of products that might be good during certain phases and other phases, but it's about coming to some regular but manageable complement of products.
So that $150, that covers your face, is the question that was just asked. How much is that? What areas? Is that what you mean? What areas does that cover? Yeah, that's face and neck as well?
Face and a little bit down into the jawline.
Down into the jawline, okay. So for men, is this possible when you get into the shaving area, or
It
you
is.
avoid that?
No, you can get into those areas. So men, we want them to come actually shaved.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Does it give you an extreme shave?
It like I said, it's different than shaving. There are some superficial hairs that will get shaved off, but it really gets more down onto the skin surface.
Got it.
And takes away some of those surface irregularities and smooths out the surface of the skin.
So we're getting down around your mouth area. How are you feeling now? I know she can't talk.
It's like going to the dentist.
This is one of the moments you can't talk.
So Renee, how long does this process take?
About 40 to 45 minutes.
Okay. And when you do something like this for people, you then tell them what you think that their own personal regimen should be. So what should Sarah's be?
Oh yeah, tell me, Renee.
Well, Sarah has very nice skin. She's a little bit dehydrated on her forehead, so I'm really very much pro hydration. And she could probably use a little bit of a brightening solution, maybe with a little bit of retinol and arbutin in it, in order to alleviate some of the
I
brown.
want to see what you're seeing through that. Renee, can you let me see what you're seeing through there? Okay, fantastic. So yeah, the dehydration. Oh yeah, I see it, Renee. Just kidding.
And that actually brings up a good point.
What indicates
because
dehydration?
We have some significant zonal changes in everybody's individual faces. Like there are areas that are going to be more dehydrated either due to exposure or chemicals we use on our hair, things like that.
It's a scalpel, right?
It is. It's a special dermaplaning scalpel. It's got a very specific blade to it.
So Sahir, yeah, did you get that? A special dermaplaning scalpel.
It is very zen-like. You actually
told
do. Yeah, you kind of feel like.
Well,
So it
I'm
doesn't
pretty
hurt
well exfoliated, so I want to see how Sarah comes out here. I'd love to try this next time, but I'm going to London tomorrow, and I'm having a little too much movement up here. You see this? Too much expression. In London town, you don't want all that expression. No, I want to be like,
They're staid and proper.
I'm from America. Yeah. So
you get that London look.
I want to get that London look, so I'm going to need a shot or two of Botox.
All right.
While Sarah gets this dermaplaning.
Well, we actually have it set up for you.
You
so
do?
come on over and let's go ahead and do this.
Yay!
And door number 2.
Door number 2. Okay, great.
Follow Paul.
And we're following.
We'll check in with Sarah in just a little bit.
Yeah.
Sit here,
Oh,
have a
great.
seat.
Thanks, Deborah.
You're welcome.
You're great. When you come to West End Plastic Surgery, you're going to meet Debbie.
You get to be greeted by this beautiful lady who has beautiful fashion sense.
Oh, thank you.
I love your shoes.
Thank you.
She always has good shoes.
I'm not in this.
So, you know.
All right.
Oh, it's just like, this is like brushing my teeth. I mean, it's nothing to it. So, you know, I don't mind the movement. Like, I like the movement and having some expression. But, I don't know if you all notice, like, some men have these heavy brows, and I kind of do. So the Botox helps me get a little lift because I don't want to get, like, surgery for the lift. I just like to get a little Botox here, and that helps give that brow a little lift. Right, doctor?
That is exactly right.
See the difference there?
See the difference? Big difference, yeah.
Not
Paul,
that
you're
big of a
always
difference.
looking so dapper.
Oh, thank you. Who said that?
That was Sahar.
Oh, I love Sahar. You said
I hope we're
you
not
gave me a compliment
pronouncing the name
today.
correct.
You look great.
Thank you. Shoot him. And you?
Hey, you always look fabulous.
Well, thank you very
Wait,
much.
we-
So
yes.
that's pretty unanimous.
Have to get the fans in the office.
All right. Let's get you into a little bit more of a comfortable position.
Thank you. You never know who you're going to meet on first class. I'm in United Polaris first class, so I'll be lounged out tomorrow. In my
You
seat.
never know who you're gonna meet.
You're on your little pod.
My own little pod. Is it kind of antisocial? See, sometimes you go
I
too
don't know.
far.
It depends.
You want to be able to talk.
For you, yeah,
It's
it's
okay.
antisocial.
Right.
You're going to be bored.
I want to talk to people.
No, you'll be able to talk to people.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. All right. So let's take a look at everything. So I want you to furrow down real strong and lift up real strong, and then split really tightly. Okay. So Paul's got great skin, which is a nice thing about it. He's got a high forehead. He's got moderate set brows. And if you think about the faces, it's a series of muscles that lift up and then pull down. And we need to rebalance some of that in order to achieve normal motion, not too much hyper motion, but then even elevating the brows a little bit. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to have you do a few things as we
Okay.
do this. I'm going to first alcohol a couple areas down.
Mm-hmm.
We have our little 31 gauge needle, which is a tiny, tiny, tiny little needle. All right. So I want you to furrow real strong for me. Okay, relax. You can see where he pulls a little bit over here, so we're going to go pinch. 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 A little bit right down here, pinch. furrow again real strong for me. Okay, relax. Pinch. Pinch. Okay, now I want you to lift up really strong. Okay, relax. So we're just going to come right through these areas right here. Because you got little hot points that we want to take care of. We don't want to take all of his action away.
No, I need some action.
Because then it doesn't express normally.
Right. I don't want to be at the bar and not be able to
Say
let
surprise.
the person across
Hey,
the bar know I'm checking them out.
that's right.
Hey, I'm interested. You look bored. Oh, darn, too much.
That never happened here. Paul.
Right,
You
right.
know that.
Oh, I know that. That's why I've been coming here for so long.
And lift up again real strong for me. Okay, now relax. So we're going to go, this is kind of the magic right here. It takes out the downward pull of this outer quadrant of the muscle.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, what's the pain?
For me,
Yes.
I'm probably not a good person to ask. I mean,
Doing
one.
this for
Yeah, it's like it's nothing. I think the anticipation. You know how when you were a kid and you would get a shot from the doctor,
Right.
And before you got the shot, like I'd be on the you know what I mean?
just because the thought of a needle.
Thought of the needle. Well, once you get past that, you're like, oh, it's over. I acted a fool and
That's
it's
it.
over.
Right.
It's kind of like that. So I just don't act a fool anymore.
Plus little tiny needles, taut skin,
Yeah.
a relaxed patient. There's all these little tiny adjuncts. So what I always look for is where the hairline is, because that's where, as an indicator where the muscle that we want to treat is. And one last one. Pinch. Done. And the little tiny mosquito bites will be gone in just a few minutes.
Good, because I have an event to host tonight.
Exactly. So you should be totally able to
So
do that.
this is what they call, you can come on your lunch hour and do this. Like I said, I'm going from here to host an event, and no one will be the wiser
Absolutely.
in a couple of hours.
The little tiny mosquito bites will be gone. Unfortunately, the muscle reduction, that takes a few days before
Right.
it take effect. There's not an immediate effect.
Right.
It's maximum about a week to 10 days, but it should last on average about 3-4 months.
So I have a party in London on Thursday night.
Oh, you'll be
I'm gonna be
Ready to go.
I'm gonna be right. I feel like I'm getting a little furrow in the chin. Should I get a little shot in there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Can you-
put 2 little ones right there.
Can you? Yeah. Gotta relax that too. So this is something extra. I'm sure y'all haven't seen people get Botox in their chin.
One of the best places.
Yeah.
People oftentimes don't see how much tension they hold in their chin.
Yeah.
It shortens the neck, it shortens the jawline, it does all kinds of things. It creates little dimples.
Mm-hmm. Let's just go ahead and take that out.
Ain't pretty.
Just go get and handle
Let's
that.
just go ahead and handle that while we up in here.
And so how often do you have to get Botox? What is the...
How often am I getting Botox? About every 4 months?
Yeah, about every 4 months. And most of our patients are about every 4 to 5 months on average. It varies. We have our patients who they don't want any motion to return, so they're literally in here every 3 to 3.5 months.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, see, I like the motion.
Right.
I just
And
like...
I think in places like places that are a little bit more hyper conscious about aesthetics and not so conservative. DC is a very conservative town.
Right.
Patients want a little bit more of a conservative look, so they don't mind a little bit more motion.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so give me a little pull. Okay, so you can see the 2 muscle bellies right here. I'm going to go right into this one right here, pinch. I'm going to go right into this one right here, pinch. Done.
That's it?
That's it.
Cool.
You can already see there's almost no little dots on the forehead anymore.
You sure you-
Quick,
Yeah.
easy, breezy. We've had so many hearts, so many hearts.
I love it. Dr. Ruff, I love coming here. This is,
It just feels good.
It does. It's like, look. Do you ever go look at my legs?
He feels like he's at
Do
home.
you go to the doctor's office and lay like this? If you don't, you're at the wrong doctor. I told you all my plastic surgeon is our primary care physician. Is that a problem? I mean, it works for me. Look at me. I'm still standing.
Well,
You've done a good job.
Tell me this: when you feel good about yourself, how do you feel about about all the other interactions you have?
Well, confidence is key.
Yeah.
The first step is confidence, right?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you gotta fake it, then you gotta back it up. So, you fake it, then I come in here and back it up. I'm great. How's Sarah doing?
All right,
She's
we're
doing
gonna
great. We were just
check
talking
back
about the
in.
aesthetic side of things. That she said, I didn't know you do all the facials, so we were talking about the whole aesthetic side. She'll come back for a facial, but we do have this whole aesthetic side that has been kind of unpromoted, which we're working hard on now.
Oh,
Cost
fantastic.
referring, things like that. So
Absolutely.
we're doing new brochures, new things. So we were just telling Sarah about it. She was
Well,
like,
awesome.
"I
Well,
didn't
let's
know
go
you did
check
that."
in with
check
Sarah.
in with
Check in with
Check
Sarah.
in.
Dr.
She's doing great.
Yeah.
Great.
They're back. All right. Has she totally zenned out?
Oh my god, I'm so zen. This is amazing.
Oh, it really makes a difference on your forehead too.
Really?
Am I okay? Yes, Sarah, I'm okay. That is
Yeah.
so funny. I'm better than okay.
Dr. Ruff, we didn't realize this, that you guys do facials here.
Oh, Renee's facial is something to die for.
I
didn't
know.
realize that, Sarah?
No, I didn't
It's-
realize.
It's truly an experience.
So Sarah will be coming back for a facial and to talk about more of the aesthetic side of what we do here.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Paul, how did it go? I
Easy
can't-
peasy.
I can't wait to see.
Oh my gosh.
There's not much to see.
Well, I mean, it's pretty much the way you always
That's
see
the
me.
beautiful part about it.
I hate to say
I
it, there's not
know.
a lot to see yet.
Pretty much the way you always see me.
Oh, your results look fabulous. Oh, right, you did when you walked in the door. Oh,
Exactly.
Details.
Because it's all about maintenance. And that's the thing
Yeah,
I learned
it is
early
all
in
about maintenance.
working with Dr. Ruff. What do you think about that, Dr. Ruff?
No, that is the key. I always liken it to you do your P90X, you do it for 3 months, you get a rockin' bod. What happens when you stop?
Yeah.
I've
go
had that
south.
too many times.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
So
all
you
you gotta
gotta
feel
you
disappointed.
gotta maintain it.
You don't need to continue the P90X.
Yeah.
But as long as you do something regularly, it
Mhm.
keeps those things up. Now, our aging still is our aging, and sometimes you have to mix it up just a little bit every once in a while, re-stimulate, do certain things. But as far as the day-to-day, the moment-to-moment, that's pretty straightforward as long as you're consistent.
Yeah.
In fact, I think that is one of my biggest skincare tips is consistency,
Mm-hmm.
no matter what.
So, her maintenance on this dermaplaning is what?
Oh, she should be in here every day.
Okay, realistically.
No problem.
But should she start on a regimen right away,
I'm
Renee?
here.
Actually, she's going to come back and see
She's
Renee
gonna
for
come back
kind of
and
go
we'll put
for
her
a
on a
regimen.
skincare regimen.
Okay.
I
Fantastic.
need all new skincare.
So what type of skincare products do you guys offer here, or is it something people can look
What
into?
we have. Go ahead, Renee. Dr. Ruff.
We pretty much stay on top of, what's current, what's new. There is a little bit of a difference between what, doctors will sell in doctors' offices versus what a lot of times you can get over the counter.
Or in the spas.
Right, and so the benefit of coming to a medical practice and getting your guidance in skincare is that, first of all, we know the skin better than, a lot of salespeople. And then second of all, we can really streamline it to meet what you need. If it needs to be tweaked, it's so much easier because we know what you're on, we know what's working, we know what's not working. And that way you can ultimately and very quickly end up with a really good, productive, effective skin treatment that you can use at home.
Yeah.
You
Things
wanna
that you
make
can
them-
travel with, and
Mhm.
and adjust with the different seasons. Adjust for the different things that you have coming up, whether it's a wedding, big presentation, anything. There are always little tweaks, but having one place that can help manage and know what is going on with you, it makes it easy to make those adjustments.
Very cool. So Sarah, do you have dry or oily skin? Because I'm always trying to figure out what's good for my skin.
I think it's super dry.
She's super dry.
Do you have a super dry? Okay, cool.
Yeah, she is textbook dry.
Textbook dry.
Oh my god.
Well, so we both got smooth today
Right.
in different ways.
Right.
I had a little Botox. Sarah tried a dermaplaning.
Oh my god.
At our favorite place to go to keep us looking young and fresh, westonplasticsurgery.com. Dr. Paul Ruff. We have Renee here, our esthetician with the most, doing the most, keeping us current on everything that's happening. So check them out for sure. Anybody that comes to Dr. Ruff through us will get a free consultation, which is going to be great
We're
this summer.
giving out a dermaplaning treatment. I don't even know if Dr. Ruff knows this, but Debbie approved it. We're giving out a dermaplaning treatment on the video.
Oh, let's do it.
Yeah, you just gotta like the video, follow Dr. Ruff. What is your social media that you want people to follow, Dr. Ruff?
I will put it in the comments right now.
Where do we want them to follow? What's our where's our
Facebook, Instagram.
Okay, they can follow Facebook or Instagram, and it's all West
You can
End.
follow.
West End Plastic Surgery, yeah.
And it's all on the website. All the links
Perfect.
at the top of the website.
Great.
Like, comment, follow.
So we'll
your
do
enter.
the winner next week when I get back from London.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay, fantastic. So we'll run the contest for a week, and then next week
Excellent.
we will give one of you the gift of looking even more smooth and fabulous than you already are.
Oh my god,
Even though
it
they're
does
pretty
feel so
fabulous.
good.
everyone's fan.
Yeah, I know, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
It's all fun and games when you look good. We love you, Dr. Ruff.
Bye, Dr. Ruff.
You look good, girl.
Oh my god,
Are you
this
done?
feels so
Renee?
good. Is it done?
We'll follow up with the results.
Feel. You can go ahead and feel it.
Ooh,
It does feel really good.
it does feel smooth.
Yeah.
It is. Makeup
Oh,
on top
Renee,
of
I
that.
want to see all the stuff that came off.
Makeup on top of
It's
that.
everywhere.
No, you don't.
Just a quick little.
Kidding. Just-
I like
I was
to
just
blow it
kidding.
on the towel.
Oh,
Little peach fuzz?
No, but like
Tumbleweeds?
lots of like dead skin, and I feel like I wear so much makeup.
Last comment from Kim, looking fabulous, Sarah and Paul. Thank you for the shout out. All
I
right.
love you.
Like and comment, guys. West End Plastic Surgery, Dr. Paul Ruff. And Renee.
Renee, amazing. I'm never
And
leaving
Deborah.
this warm.